Yo, what's good, Gen Nation? How you guys doing out there? This is the Multiversal podcast. This is episode 4, and I am ScytheX. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you had a good weekend. We got some topics to talk about today. So, that being said, let's get the corporate stuff out of the way. You know how we do every episode. We got to do our thing real quick. So just a quick reminder, we do have some merch available, as you can see. If you want to get a ScytheX shirt, if you want to get a Spartacus shirt, one shot captain, hopefully soon we get some Zuplex shirts made and hoodies and everything else, but whatever you might want, we got it. So if you are in chat right now, you can just do !merch. It'll pop up with the link. If not, if you're listening on YouTube, it should be in the description below. Also, we are just hit my mic. We are on all podcast channels. So if you got Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Player FM, iHeartRadio, Odyssey, Google Podcasts, Ghana, Boomplay, Deezer, we are on every single one of those. Search for GGEN. If you're on our Facebook group, the link's on there as well. But you search for GGEN, we will pop up. We are very easy to find. Mr. Buttersworth, how you doing? Welcome, glad you are here. But yeah, so if you are missing us live, thank you for listening to us on YouTube and or our podcast channel. So with that out of the way, let's just get into it. Now, the purpose of this episode, as we are at the end of the month, generally is going to focus on what's coming for the month of April as far as gaming goes, but there's quite a bit of entertainment news that I want to talk about. Entertainment topics, I should say. So we're gonna do that first, and then we'll dive into some gaming. But spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Halo, you're gonna hear my thoughts on Halo. So maybe check us out after you've seen the first episode of Halo. Not gonna go crazy into detail of everything, but I may drop some spoilers, and this is your warning now. Also, the list for the games coming out in April, hella week. It's a hella week month. Not impressed, but we'll get into it. So with that being said, entertainment. We had an announcement. That announcement is Mayans is finally coming back and will be here April 19th. If you are not watching Mayans, I highly recommend you do so. We are only on season 4. So you have plenty of time to catch up, honestly. I don't believe the seasons are that long. And you wouldn't be disappointed, especially if you've never seen, or if I should say, if you've seen Sons of Anarchy. If you loved Sons of Anarchy, you probably, I would guarantee, if you loved Sons of Anarchy, I would guarantee you love Mayans. Now, if you watch Sons of Anarchy, you're thinking, I spent so many, 8 seasons? I spent 8 seasons hating on the Mayans because they were pretty much the direct rivals of Redwood, of the Suns. But let me tell you, this show makes you a Mayan fan. This show really, really gets you not only as a fan of like the OG Mayans from Sons, but you really care about the new Mayans that we're following in this series. Mr. Buttersworth says, hell yeah, I cannot wait for the new season. Absolutely. This season coming up is going to be a banger. If you watched the teaser trailer, and if you remember kind of where we left off in season 3, Junior, I believe it was Junior, the Reyes brothers, I should say, they pretty much got their revenge for the death of their mother. And with that, it's bringing heat not only in the Mayans MC, but it's bringing heat to the Suns. And not just, a random chapter of the Suns. It's bringing heat to the original chapter that we watched many years ago. And this new season is going to focus on the Mayans versus Sons of Anarchy because of what was happening in last season. Season 4 is going to be a banger. If you remember Sons of Anarchy, Chibs, the Scottish one, pretty sure he's Scottish. He is now the president. He is now the president of Sam Crow. Now that Jax is gone. And it's gonna get interesting. I cannot wait. April 19th can't come soon enough. They had COVID, issues trying to film season 4 and delays, and who knew if they were coming back. And we're finally here. So April 19th, Mayans returns. I highly recommend it. It's on FX. Jump on that bitch immediately. Now, next, where are we? Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It is reported that they have wrapped filming. Now, this movie, I'm very curious how this movie is going to be. Chibs is Scottish. That's what I thought. This is going to be a tough movie because we don't have a Black Panther. And they confirm that they're not replacing T'Challa. It doesn't mean we're not getting a new Black Panther at some point, but we're not getting a new T'Challa. He's officially out of the MCU, that character will no longer be involved. You know, for obvious reasons. And they're not going to recast. So I'm very curious how this movie is going to shape up. A part of me wants Killmonger to return. I would not be against Killmonger somehow coming back and taking the throne, to be honest. I would be totally okay with this. I don't know about Shuri. It could work. It would be cool. But I don't know. I would love for it to be Killmonger that takes over. But yeah, so Wakanda Forever has wrapped. Maybe a trailer is coming soon. I mean, we're still waiting on Thor 4, Love and Thunder. A rumor is his sister is replacing T'Challa. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, but I'm hoping something happens and Killmonger is the one that ultimately takes the throne. But we'll see. I don't hate it. I don't hate Shuri taking over. But I hate the idea of Killmonger not being around anymore. So if that could happen, it'd be cool. We're still waiting on a trailer for Thor 4. It's been rumored to come for weeks now. We're still not getting it. I hear they're doing reshoots. So who knows when we're going to actually get a trailer. And considering that I believe that's the next movie coming after Doctor Strange, we better start seeing that trailer very soon. It's like way overdue. It's definitely way overdue. And with Wakanda wrapping already, we might get a trailer for Wakanda before we get a trailer for Thor, which would be crazy. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, so the MCU train is just trucking along. Doctor Strange, Thor, Wakanda, nothing is stopping. Nothing is stopping this. We got Moon Knight this week, I believe. So I'm excited. I just want, the more MCU give me, the more I'm excited. And I want to see a Thor trailer. Give me a damn Thor trailer, please. The next thing is kind of interesting. 007, James Bond. Now, this announcement is not what you think it's going to be. Yes, I mean, a new movie is coming eventually. It always does. We don't know who James Bond will be, but I have my two picks. Idris Elba and Henry Cavill. Those are my two picks that can smash the role of James Bond. And that's not what this announcement is about. The announcement is there is a James Bond Amazing Race type of competition show coming. And it's going to come, it's going to be on Amazon Prime. The winner of the competition is going to get about $1.3 million. I think it equals to 1 million euro. As I believe it's going to be in the UK or Europe in general. It's basically like an Amazing Race, if you've ever watched that. There's going to be physical challenges. There's going to be mental challenges like puzzles, investigating. It's all James Bond themed. I don't know what the purpose of this is for, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm a big James Bond fan. If they make the show interesting, if they have to solve like 007 style riddles and mysteries and puzzles and whatever. Do crazy James Bond stunts as part of the physical challenges and among other things, whatever. But it could be cool. It could be cool. But that is coming to Amazon. I don't have a date on that yet. I did not see one. But look for that. The next one, I'm just gonna skip to it. I forgot to pull up a picture, so bear with me. Bear with me. I might have had the music too loud. I apologize. Morbius. Morbius is coming this week. I believe Thursday it drops. There's a couple interesting things that we're finding out. One is the studio is already confirmed that Michael Keaton's Vulture is the same Vulture from the MCU. And they've already confirmed, as we know, that this Morbius is in the same world as Venom. So if Michael Keaton's Vulture is the MCU Vulture and not a variant, how is this possible? Now, my original theory when I first watched these trailers, these Morbius trailers, I think I said it on the theater room with Chris. My original theory is that Morbius is a multiversal mashup. I mean, in this picture, you're looking at Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. You have the Andrew Garfield's Oscorp building. He's with Venom. And then now he's with the MCU Vulture. Somehow, whatever is happening with No Way Home, the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and you're fitting Morbius in between those two movies, I think this is a mashup where all the universes are kind of colliding and not knowing what to do. And somehow Michael Keaton's Vulture got sucked into Morbius's world. It's the only thing I can think of to make it make sense. I don't know how else it can be possible. I mean, Morbius doesn't know who Spider-Man is, so Spider-Man No Way Home's whole, if you know who Peter Parker is or whatever, that would mean he's in the MCU, but he's not in the MCU. He's in Venom's universe, and Venom's universe is not Tom Holland's universe. We're thinking it's going to be Andrew Garfield's universe, although we're seeing a Sam Raimi picture on the wall here that says murderer. I don't know. Nobody knows. I found that weird as well, but let's see how it turns out. Yeah, I don't. There's mixed reviews for this movie. It's looking spooky out there. It is looking spooky, but from what I saw in the trailers, I'm excited for the movie, so I can't wait to see it. I'm hoping I can see it Thursday. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I just need to know what world this fits in. Are we in Andrew Garfield's world with Venom? And that's the whole that's the whole Sonyverse. How does the Vulture get there? Why do we have a Sam Raimi picture? Is like, what's happening in Morbius's world where all this is coming together and meshing together? It's strange. I want to know why it's happening. I can't wait for the movie, but I wanted to share that the studio is confirming that Keaton's Vulture is the same as the MCU. It's not a variant. They specifically said he's not a variant, so it's gonna be strange. We're gonna have to see what happens, and I hope the movie's cool, man, because I'm excited for it. I really thought the trailers did a good job, in my opinion, showcasing like his abilities and stuff in a way that I feel like we haven't seen. So in live action, obviously. So I'm excited. The next thing, the hits keep on coming. Like, yeah, sorry. Oops. Look at this. Like, what is this? What is this Joker right now? There's other pictures of him, of his face, of they came out with the deleted scene of Batman going to see the Joker to get kind of like to kind of profile the Riddler and to get into his head and kind of see what his motives are. That's the whole point of the visit, which is what detectives do all the time. And it just furthers, you know, our point that this is truly the detective Batman. But I'm so glad this scene was deleted because, one, we don't need another Joker. It makes zero sense to have another Joker. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Two, we didn't need to see him. We don't need to see him. And the fact that we do see him and it's like this weird concoction of a face. Why can't he just have what? Why can't he just have somewhat of a normal face? Like, I know there's like a comic book version of this Joker face, but why are we getting that version in this movie? Mr. Buzzor says, my thoughts was they are trying hard to match the Heath Ledger Joker, which threw me off. For this Joker, I don't know what they were trying to do with this Joker. This Joker makes zero sense in that Batman timeline. What about this face is what gives us the Joker gang in the beginning of the Batman movie? I just don't understand. This whole scene, like, it's a cool scene to have, you know, Detective Batman trying to profile the Riddler and going to see, you know, his biggest villain, his biggest, nemesis or whatever, but we didn't need it. We don't need it. I'm glad it was deleted, but even the tidbit in the movie where we hear him laughing with the Riddler, oh man, like, why do we need another Joker? We don't need another Joker. I don't like this version of the Joker. Not a fan. I hope they prove me wrong and whatever, but I'm not a fan of this Joker. We don't need another Joker. Not this soon, at least. Not this soon. Give us two, like, in the third movie, if you want to have Joker be the secret big bad, the one who's controlling everyone at the end. He's the mob boss controlling his pawns of villains. If you want that, sure. We don't need to see him right now. In my Buzzor says, in my opinion, they are going too soon with the Joker. There are way too many characters in the Batman world. Exactly, you basically just said what I said. But I saw you send that message as I was saying that message. So we're thinking eye to eye right now, which we're seeing eye to eye right now, which I believe is what most people is starting to feel like. It's so unnecessary to have this Joker here. I don't get it. I don't get it. We don't need it. Give us, Mr. Freeze. Give us a different version of Bane. Even Poison Ivy. We have Court of Owls. Which I'm hoping is the main premise of this trilogy. Like the whole Court of Owls storyline is insane. We don't need Joker. Don't need it. Anyways, that was that. The next thing is Halo. I don't know about you guys. I'm hearing a lot of hate from the people who played the campaign for Halo. I, for one, I've never played a Halo campaign in my life. And let me tell you, I absolutely loved this first episode. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. There was a couple things that were kind of weird. Master Chief is a terrible jumper in the games, and they showed it in the show. They made his jumping so clunky and weird and terrible CGI. It didn't really take away from the episode. It was just strange. I don't know why they went with that for his jumping. You can tell how heavy their suits are. They're not supposed to be able to jump very well, but they gave him like a super jump. But it's like if a dump truck filled with, pavement or whatever, rocks, was trying to like bunny hop. Like the jump was so bad. But it's not taking me out of the episode. I thought the episode was amazing. The people who are diehard Halo fans, which, let's be real, like I am too. I'm a diehard Halo fan, but I was on the multiplayer side of it. I was not on the campaign side of it. So for me, not knowing storylines and all that stuff, this show was perfect. You see Master Chief, like here he is dropping in, him and his team, like you see them dropping into a rebel camp to take on the Covenant, and it just fits. It looks so good. Now, the weird thing to me was the rebel weapons were not penetrating the Covenant forces, but for some reason, Master Chief's weapon was. Like the Spartans, their weapons were busting through. But I thought that was a little strange to me. Like, what made their weapons so special that it was piercing through that? Because the rebels were just ineffective fighting the Covenant. Mr. Buttersworth says, my question: does the series introduce a new storyline, or does it follow one of the games? Either way, I'm going to watch it. They confirmed that Halo, the TV series, is not based off of the games. It's its own storyline. Now, it might reflect a lot of the game itself, as it should. It might pull from different story elements from all their, campaigns, but the storyline as a whole is not strictly one game, one storyline from a Halo game itself. It's a completely new storyline, and it gives you all the sounds that you expect Halo to have. Master Chief getting hit by bullets. You see his overshield go down. You hear it like you would if you were playing the game. And then you hear the overshield kick back on and kind of, like progress and build up. It just, the whole show just feels Halo. And the biggest problem people have is Master Chief taking off his helmet, whether it being too soon or even at all. And to me, I didn't mind it. It worked for me. It was very Mandalorian-esque, where you have a character that never takes his helmet off, and that's his whole thing, is to never take the helmet off, just like the Mandalorian. But he has to build trust with the character that they're helping. And the biggest trust factor, I guess, for them is to let me show my face because it's so forbidden. You have to trust me now, and it worked for me, as it worked for me in The Mandalorian. I didn't hate it. Even if it's in the first episode, I didn't hate it. The action was great. Space looked good. The world that we're apparently on looked pretty badass. You see him with the Warthog turret. Like, it was a great first episode for Halo. I cannot wait for episode 2 and to see where the show is going, because it's a strong start. Now we're gonna dive into more of it on Tuesday, if I can make it with the boys in the theater room. We're gonna dive into more about Halo, but I highly recommend watching it if you haven't, because it's a fun show. In my opinion, it's a fun show. Some people hate it, the purists hate it. I loved it. I thought it was fun. It was great action. It gives the elements of first person shooting. It was just cool. It was very cool. They did a great job. Shout out to Microsoft and 343 for guiding the production team on this project. They smashed it, in my opinion. But that's gonna do it for entertainment. Now we're gonna kind of like blast through gaming, because as I said, gaming's kind of shitty for next month. So with that being said, let's just dive in. This is an interesting one. Ghostbusters announced a new game. Now, at first when I watched it, I thought it was like a new story game to kind of play off of the one that we had, that they remastered back in the day. That game was technically Ghostbusters 3. It's canon to the main story of the movies. This game, I thought was going to be another new story. It's not. It's a strictly multiplayer game. It's kind of like Friday the 13th, where, Friday the 13th, you have, you have 4 or 5 campers and one person being Jason. And Jason's hunting the campers are trying to escape. This game, you have 4 Ghostbusters and 1 ghost. And the ghost is trying to haunt and scare people and, beat the Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters are trying to catch the ghosts. And it's strictly all multiplayer. It's going to be interesting. I originally said I was going to buy this. It's a day one, but I'm going to have to wait, because now that I know it's strictly multiplayer, there's no campaign or anything to it. I'm going to have to, this is a wait and see type of game. I got excited. I saw Ghostbusters. I'm like, day one, give it to me. And yeah, that's not happening. So wait and see. It's interesting. I don't really have a date for it yet, but that is coming soon this year. Next, we have Spartacus. PlayStation Spartacus, whatever you want to call this, Gamepass, the PS Gamepass. It's interesting. This is what we know so far. So you have $9.99, $12.99, $15.99. I think I went over this before. You get your normal PlayStation Plus benefits, free monthly games, online multiplayer, PS Store discounts. That's standard. It's standard of what we're already getting. The extra gives you the ability to have PS Now, and this is kind of where Spartacus really comes together, because the essential is basically PS Plus. Extra is PS Plus, PS Now merged together. And then the premium is all those things merged together, plus you're getting a classic games library on PS Now. You're getting a backlog of old titles from PS2, PS3, and PS4, which is amazing. My problem with this being a Game Pass quote-unquote competitor is it's not giving you first-party games at launch. It's giving you first-party game trials, which is stupid to me. I'm so beyond like trials and demos. Like I got Halo the first day it came out, Halo Infinite. Gears of War 5 day one. Like the Xbox exclusives on launch day I had on my PC day one, and PlayStation's not offering that. If I were to pick anything, it would probably be the extra, just so I can get the PS Now stuff. I would have to see what the library really is in the classic games and the PS2 or whatever. Like I would have to really see it for myself before I even think about it. Being able to download games at any point is a cool feature, but not being able to have the exclusives, it bothers me. And apparently we're going to get a major announcement maybe this week is what we're hearing. PlayStation apparently has 3 major announcements to make, one being the official announcement of Spartacus. So we might get hopefully we get the official news of what this service actually is and what it's going to actually be for the gamer. It's not a Game Pass killer, it's not a Game Pass competitor if you don't offer launch day titles. And that's just it. That's it. There's nothing else to it. If I could keep my PS Plus as is, I'll probably just do that. Buttersworth says, I'm not feeling this at all. Yeah, it's not. When we have to wait for the official announcement to really see what's happening and to see if all these rumors and whatever is true. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have to see. But that's that. Disappointing. We'll see what happens. Sticking with PlayStation, the Pro, the PS5 Pro is apparently going to be announced soon, as well as the Xbox Pro. I don't even know what to call it. The Xbox Series X, One X Pro, what thingy, a bob, whatever the hell the Xbox name is. They're coming out with a new console, which is the Pro, quote unquote, Pro version, as well as the PS5 is coming out with a Pro version. I hate when they do these. It's just a money grab. It's seriously a money grab. They're putting technology into these Pros that they had for the originals, and they held back because they want to pump out these Pros and get more money. Like most people that have a PS5 already, or a lot of them, because this is what they did with the PS4 Pro. They traded in their normal PS4 and upgraded to the Pro and spent, however much the difference was. That's going to happen with the PS5 Pro and the Xbox 117 point LOL. Yes, I know that's not how you meant it, but that's basically what these Xbox names are. It's Xbox LOL point W97 Series 43. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. But yeah, the PS5 Pro, Xbox Pro, whatever. It's coming. They're coming soon. We knew they were coming at some point. They always do this now. It's like it's gonna be a normal thing. When the PS6 comes out, the PS6 Pro will come 2 years later. It's just how it is. I didn't get the PS4 Pro. I'm probably not gonna get the PS5 Pro unless it's drastically and worlds better. I'm fine with what I have. And we'll see. But that announcement apparently is coming soon. Real quick with Game Pass, there's a rumor that Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, which is Resident Evil 8, is coming to Game Pass soon. So I'm super excited for that because I've never played Resident Evil Village yet, and I wanted to. I just didn't want to. I just didn't buy the game. Didn't want, at that point, I don't know. I already had a lot of PS5 games to play, and there was no time for Village when that thing came out. So the fact that it's going to come to Game Pass, I'm going to download it to my computer and play it that way. Not have to purchase it, which is dope. Which is the beauty of Game Pass. Which Spartacus needs to catch up if this is the route they want to go. They can pass it off as the Spartan edition. Yeah, right. Probably. The PS5 Spartacus edition and the Xbox Spartan. The Spartan 4000. All right, next we have Rockstar trying to troll everybody. You know what? Let me get into Fortnite first. I'll get back to Rockstar because it's going to play off of this. Fortnite has a new season out, and Doctor Strange is the final character that you can receive in Fortnite. Now, what they did with the first week and a half of the season is they took the building away. Fortnite is strictly no build mode, and I think tonight might be the last night for that. Let me tell you, Fortnite's never been better without building. I hate building. It was cool in the beginning until all the sweats started happening. When you can flick a wrist and build a palace in a second. That's when I fell off. I couldn't compete. I couldn't compete with mass building like that. The game became unfun, and it's the reason why other games like PUBG, Warzone, games that have no building, it's why those became, popular, in my opinion, because it was like an escape from Fortnite, just about. And the fact that they brought no build mode to Fortnite, and the rush of players that used to play the game back in the day coming back to Fortnite should really tell them that this mode needs to be permanent, because them killing the mode, after today or tomorrow is unfortunate. They're going to lose their players again once it goes back to building mode. And apparently there's a leak out there, someone did a data mine on Fortnite, and apparently no build mode is going to stay, which is awesome because it's the only mode I'll play, to be honest. If I'm playing Fortnite, I'll only do no build mode. I'm probably going to play tonight after the podcast is over, just so I can get my final, taste of it before it goes away for a little while. But Fortnite added something when I was playing the other day. They added something called the Fortnite Crew, which was a subscription to the game that cost $11.99. It gave you a battle pass. It gave you V-Bucks, an outfit, like in-game currency. It's equal to the amount you're spending. You actually get more in-game currency than you're spending cash-wise. So it's actually a decent value if you look at it that way. But it was the first time I seen that where you're paying a subscription to the game itself. And now jumping back to Rockstar, they had just announced a GTA Plus, which is going to be I believe it was $5.99. Where was the price? $5.99 a month. $5.99 a month for GTA Plus. Rockstar has some balls, let me tell you. They don't give a flying fuck, honestly. Like, if there's a way that they can take your money, they're doing it. And for $5.99 a month, you're getting 500,000 GTA money. You're getting a complimentary special works upgrade. You're getting like liveries. You're getting an auto shop located in La Mesa. You're getting the car meet membership fees get waived. You're getting reimbursed $50,000 during the event period. You're getting yacht owners can upgrade to the Aquarius super yacht at no additional cost. You're getting a basketball shirt, a jersey, and shorts. You're getting a livery for your Mammoth Avenger. You're getting a selection of free paints and emblems for the auto shop. You're getting 3 times GTA money and RP on special works race series and 2 times car meet rep for street race series for $5.99 a month. This is such a bunch of crap. If maybe down the road when they actually give us GTA 6, I'll have somewhat of an interest in this, but I'm not doing any of this. Like, I don't need this. My online character has plenty of money. I can play the free crap that comes out because they keep pumping out free crap. I don't need a $5.99 subscription to get this bullshit that is in my opinion not equal value compared to Fortnite's. Like, Fortnite was more in-game value than what you're paying them. I feel like you giving Rockstar $6 a month to get all this bullshit is just wild. I've never played GTA 5, I'm serious. GTA 5 story is amazing. You follow 3 different characters and the story intertwines with each other and eventually they're all together, and it's a excellent story. It's a long story. It's like 100 hours long. I'm not even joking, but it's excellent. I highly recommend you play it. It's been long enough, and the game's like pretty cheap now because it's been out forever. Even though they just came out with the new actually, you can get the game if you have PS5 or the new Xbox. You can get the game hella cheap with the new version that came out, the updated graphics and whatever. Now would be the time to get the game, to be honest. But yeah, so GTA Plus, it's a bunch of crap. Fortnite no build mode is dope as fuck. I hope it comes back soon. And that will bring us to, I believe, that will bring us to the month of April. I'm going to run through this list quickly because it's not a long list. It's a bullshit list. I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. Can I zoom in? There you go. That should be better. All right. So April 1st, we have Terrorbane. That is coming to PC and Switch. Now, one of the big bangers for the month is Lego Star Wars. Yes, a Lego Star Wars game. Yes, a Lego game. Yes, Lego games are amazing games. I've played Lego Avengers 2, Lego Batman. Like, these games are cool as shit. They're fun. They're silly. They're awesome. Great stories. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. It's coming April 5th. PC, PS4, everything. PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. It's all platforms. Now, for some reason, this says Switch only, April 5th. Mlb the Show 22 comes out. It's on all platforms. It's, you know, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, I think even PC. Mlb the Show is the best baseball game to ever be created, honestly. It really is. I'm surprised PlayStation is even allowing it on other platforms, but it just means that more people are able to enjoy this game. It's the best baseball game ever made. Honestly, it is. And that's dropping April 5th. And with baseball season finally coming back, it's just in time. So look out for that. That's one of the other big bangers. So right off the bat, April 5th, you have Lego and MLB. And the rest of the month just kind of coasts. There's really nothing crazy. You have Chrono Cross coming to basically all platforms, all old school platforms. Chrono Cross is what I'm waiting for. Yeah, that's not coming to the new ones, it seems. It's only coming to the older generation. Which is dumb because you can get I could download that on my PS5 if I want to, but it's not going to be a PS5 version, I guess. I'm not sure. But that's coming April 7th. And then there's Out There Oceans of Time, PC only, April 7th as well. Forgive Me, Father, April 7th, PC only. Probably Steam games. 13 Sentinels. That is coming to the Switch April 12th. Road 96. I'm not even sure what that is. That is April 14th. All platforms. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, which is one of my favorite Star Wars games ever made. With Fallen Jedi. That is getting remade for the Switch, and that comes out April 20th. So if you have the Switch and you never played Force Unleashed, I highly recommend it because it's a great game. Great game. It was one of my favorites for sure. MotoGP 22, all platforms, coming April 21st. That's like dirt biking and quadding and shit like that. The Serpent Rogue PC, PS5, it looks like all new gen, coming April 26th. King Arthur Knight's Tale, that is dropping on the PC April 26th as well. Zombie Army 4 Dead War, coming to Switch April 26th as well. The other banger, and considering it's April 29th, it's the last banger of the month, in my opinion, is a Nintendo Switch Sports. Now, why is this the banger? You can finally bowl. You can finally... It's basically Wii Bowling for Switch. Like Wii Sports, you remember Wii Sports? It was probably one of the best games for the Wii, honestly, is Wii Sports. How many times did you do Wii Bowling? Wii Baseball, Wii Golf, Wii Tennis. Those were fun as hell. I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't get enough of Wii Sports, and Nintendo Switch Sports is finally the Switch getting these sports games. I don't know exactly. I think it's all kinds of different things like ping pong and maybe jousting and other things like that. But you're definitely getting bowling back, and I believe tennis for sure. So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun. And you got Exophobia coming on basically all platforms, and I believe that's April 29th as well. It got cut off, but that's it. Like, that's all that's coming that I could find. I've searched multiple websites, multiple areas, different companies and whatever. These were the games that I kept seeing. Like, April is a weak month for gaming. Outside of, Chrono, Lego, the show, and, Switch Sports, that's it. There's nothing crazy coming out. So it's really unfortunate, but it's unfortunate because March and April and even March, April, and May they're not as big as like the holiday season, but they're big enough to have major releases. And the problem, if you don't release in March, April, May, we hit the dog days of the summer months, which is historically the worst gaming months of the year, because nothing comes out. The summer months is basically when all the sports games drop. The new Madden, the new hockey, NHL, the new NBA, FIFA. Like, you're not getting major game releases usually in the summer months. Hopefully, as we continue and we see what's coming out in May and we see what's coming out in June or whatever, we'll have some games in there that surprise us. But like I said, historically, we don't get the heavy hitting games, the exclusive games, the big dick swinging games for the consoles and whatever. Like, we don't usually get those in the summer. So as we approach May now, with April being so weak, if May's weak and then we roll into a weak summer, as it historically is, we might not be seeing not too many impressive games dropping until late September, October, because that's when the holiday season ramps up and that's when all the bangers come out. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but I think that's going to do it. This was episode 4. Mr. Buttersworth, I appreciate you stopping by and contributing to the conversation. Everyone else listening, lurking on Twitch, don't forget to hit that follow button. Every follow helps the Twitch channel grow. If you are watching on YouTube, like the video, smash that subscribe button, and leave a comment. What are you looking forward to in the month of April? What do you want to see drop? What do you think of Halo? Are you excited for Mayans? Kind of, let us know. Let us know your thoughts. We want to hear from you. And if you drop a comment, hopefully if you drop a comment or a question in the comments, I'll answer it on the next episode. But that's gonna do it for us. This was episode 4. This will be on YouTube probably tomorrow, and then once it's on YouTube, it'll then hit the podcast channels after that. So again, if you're listening on the podcast, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, you know what to do. I appreciate you. And if you're watching on Twitch live, you're the real MVPs. I'm just playing. You're all MVPs. Gen Nation, I appreciate you. This is episode 4. Look out for the GGEN crew on Tuesday at 8:30 for the theater room. And that'll do it. We are out. Peace.